Please introduce yourself, where you are joining us from, what you do, one word or phrase that describes how you feel about AI. If you like all names, nobody's saying anything. Okay. Shogo, please, let's have the slides up so we can welcome Kofi. I hope I'm correct with pronouncing your name. Oh, great. So tell us about yourself, your name, where you're from, what you do, one word or phrase that describes how you feel about AI. One word. How do you feel when you hear AI? Does it look like something is going to take away your job? Okay. Oh, Femi says AI is a threat to a lot of writers, reporters, and creatives. AI can write, design, and edit. So the challenge is what can be done to stay relevant in the face of rising of incursion of AI. Coffee says he laughs. Not at all. He's not threatened. Wow, I like that. Okay. So again, because we are media professionals, some other people are joining us. Welcome, Adeboye. Please introduce yourself, your name, where you are joining us from, one word or phrase that describes how you feel about AI. So I see Ibikule says AI is a future disruption. Interesting. Future disruption. Just like computers. Computers looked like they were a disruption when it first started. So right away, again, we like to work with time. I'm looking for my phone now to be sure that we're going to be, following, try to keep to time. Let me get my phone. Yeah. So we're all welcome. For me, it is not a threat. That is, Kofi says it's not a threat. There's a limit to what AI can do. Yeah. Very optimistic. There's a limit. Just like there's a limit to what computers can. Eventually, we are all manipulating computers instead of it manipulating us. Okay. So we are welcome. We don't want to keep us waiting because, again, we are timekeepers, right? We like to time. If you are just joining us again, I will say, introduce yourself. Where are you joining us from? What do you do? One word or phrase that describes how you feel about AI. And as we go along in this webinar, please have an open mind, prepare your questions, and of course, some of us may have one or two things to contribute to the conversation and the discourse somewhere along the line. When we do open the floor, please let's feel free again to share a bit of our thoughts. And then again, let's also know that this is also a networking opportunity. You are media professionals, whether you are in the digital space or the traditional space, TV, radio, print, online. This is an opportunity to network. So let's not just be, oh, I'm here to just attend this webinar and I zoom off. Please have an open mind and look around at one or two people you may want to, network with. That's the people that you can actually even collaborate with. That this is so much more that we want to do. Next slide, please. So we're about to start now so that we can keep to time. So again, this is the Media Talks webinar series. The agenda, basically, you can see it, on the screen. Just a short pep talk from me. And then, of course, we roll into the talk proper, the training, the conversation with these guests of today. Next slide, please. Yeah, so who is this? Who am I? Some of us, I'm just meeting us. My name is Adebisi Adetunji. I am the convener of the Media Talk Talks webinar series. And what is my why? I'm basically a media and development communications professional. I love promoting personal growth. I love to encourage people to push themselves to become the best they can be. I'm also an author, a published author. I've written 2 books. I'll get to talk more about that. Next slide, please. So why did I start the Media Talks webinar series? Just basically because I am also a media professional. I actually worked with Radio Nigeria. I started, with radio. And I worked before I voluntarily retired. I worked over 20 years in the media space, presenting, production, developing content, creating content, doing jingles, doing stories, doing radio drama, working with TV. And somewhere along the line, I decided that I wanted more. That's one of my why, in putting together the webinar. That in the media space, often we box ourselves in as media professionals. We think that we are limited to the microphone. If you're on radio, you are limited to the camera, or you are limited to your pen writing, a print journalist, or you are just limited to maybe these days we are all trying to do content, create content in the digital space. So there's just that limiting thing for media professional. We feel, oh, this is just all I can do. And one of the things I have discovered is that there's so much more media professionals can do with their profession. There's so much more if we, with the right exposure, with the right knowledge, with the right skill sets, reaching out, developing yourself. So I moved from radio at some point into the development world. That is the development space, the NGO space. I do public health, basically in what I do now, but it's basically still media. Before I was working in Radio Nigeria, working with team members, supervise at a supervisory level. And then now I find myself working with media professionals across the divide, the traditional media, the print media, and I find myself even managing media professionals across the. And so I thought to myself that there's so much more based on the things I'm seeing out there in the field that we can do as media professionals. And that is a little bit of my story. We are rolling into the guest speaker very, very shortly. Next slide. So the objectives to support, the objective of the Media Talks webinar series, to support colleagues and anyone in the media industry to modify, evolve, and grow. To bring experts to equip. Please, if your mic is on, please help us to mute yourself. Please mute yourself so that we are not interfering. Yeah. To bring experts to equip and retool professionals with the prerequisite skills and information necessary for growth. Again, growth. And we want to succeed. We want to do better. Learning and it's also a learning and networking hub. And finally, the next slide. So basically, I've introduced myself. I'm an author. I've written 2 books. This is Undaunted, where I chronicle my 20 years journey in mainstream media, talking about my experience, my learning, my failing forward and failing backward, learning through commercial, learning through the job, learning through the rank. And I just thought to share my experience with colleagues and with upcoming media professional, as well as anyone that wants to succeed in their profession. So it's available on Seller, Amazon, as paper copies or digital copies. You can also, of course, reach out to me later as well if you want paper copy. And I also authored a second book, Fighting Fibroids. That's my fibroids journey. That's a story for another day. So right about now, I want to introduce our guest speaker. Let's go straight into, dive deep into why we are here. AI tools for media professional. And we're having Oluwasegun Faloye. He's an IT support professional. He's a publisher. He's a writer. I mean, he's just tech savvy. And I've worked with him on a lot of, areas. And he has, at one time, helped to talk to some media professionals that I work with on how to navigate AI. So make welcome Oluwasegun Faloye as he takes the floor to take us through this ride.
Thank you, Ma. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. I can hear you.
Thank you so much. And then let's give a round of applause to our convener, Mrs. Adebisi. I call her Madam Adebisi.
You
That's
know, in
what
the
I feel.
media is our name we call ourselves. Go
Well,
ahead. Please go ahead.
so my name is Oluwashogo Faloye. Amongst other things, I'm an IT support professional, a web developer, a researcher into AI, and then a publisher, amongst other things. So let's just cut straight to the point and see why we are here. The convener asked a question that we should, in one word, describe our impression about AI. A lot of people, I mean, those who answered gave different answers, and then let me just pick one. Okay, Mr. Adeboye Oluwafemi says, well, artificial intelligence has the potential to revolutionize various industries and improve way we live and work. I think this just summarizes what we are here to discuss. How how do we appreciate the revolution that AI is bringing? Because we can't avoid it. Something is here already, and we can't run away from it. And on the street, people say AI is coming for your job. That's the balance that we use when we want to threaten people that don't worry, AI is coming for your job. It's true. If you are not prepared, if you don't evolve, AI is coming for your job, and it's going to take it. There is an AI tool that was just released some months ago. They call it data analyst, and the name is perfect. It can analyze any data for you, give you any results. So the work of data analyst in one cubicle at one office thinking is the alpha and omega is already threatened, because if the organization adopts AI, that product, she's gone unless she trained herself to use the product. So why are we now talking about AI tools for media professionals? What is it all about? So let me just run through a brief of overview. Over time, we have been recording evolutions in computing and digital world entirely. And then since the advent of internet in the early 90s, things changed forever. The world changed forever. And AI has brought the game 20 years forward from now. So whatever it is that we are doing now, in the next 20 years is going to be absolutely redundant, because the essence of artificial intelligence is to automate. That's primarily the details, I mean, the motive to automate. And so far, we've seen various products, various inventions that artificial intelligence is automating. We have smart house, we have smart car, Tesla is there, fully automated. We have a whole lot of things. There are our power grids, there are some that are fully automated. Myself and some friends developed a tool for our pumping machine. So far there's electricity, we don't on or switch off the pump. There's a meter, there's a sensor that reads the highest point and the lowest point. So once it reaches the highest point, the pump stops. Once it reaches the lowest point, the pumps begin again. We automated the pumping machine. So nobody is bothering himself, okay, once you mono the lot of pumping machine, that one is gone. That is how AI is bringing this forward, bringing change into our world by automating. So in media, bringing it to media, because we are here to discuss media implication of AI. There are three major conditions or three major aspects that is very important that we need to pay attention to. Number one, analysis. At least media measure their progress. They give detailed analysis on how their works is being appreciated or used. Take for example, a photojournalist would document his projects online, will sense, okay, by people's appreciation to my work, this is what I can do to do more. This is what I feel my people are actually expecting from me. So that is analysis. Content recommendation system. We are conversant with Spotify and then Google products like YouTube or Google Music. Netflix is there, a very vivid example of this. If you see a movie now on Netflix, By the time you refresh your browser, I mean the application, it gives you a recommendation based on the movie you just saw. That is predictive recommendation, and that is artificial intelligence. Not nobody is sitting at the back end and trying to just put that thing for you. It's fully automated. Then predictive modeling is creating a structure, a future structure of your courseware, of your work. To say, okay, if I go along this line with the data I've gathered so far, this is the future of my work as a presenter, as a broadcast, as a writer. This is the future of my work. So that is what AI is here for, to automate things for us. So in media, we have three realms based on my understanding: radio, television, and print. Our radio is the audio, then we have audiovisual, then print. And these three major fields is already enshrined or soaked with AI products. Artificial intelligence has fully taken charge of this. For radio, we have transcribing. We'll present a platform shortly where we can automate our transcription. So if you have a job on transcription now, the era of you pause and play repeatedly just to hear what the speaker is saying is gone, because we have products that will receive your audio file, first clean it up for you to optimize the audio production, the audio quality, then transcribe with near human precision. Let me use that word, near human precision. And we have voice cloning. This is a new invention, and it's something funny because a whole lot of presenters are going to be triggered by this. If you don't evolve with artificial intelligence, we have people that are already adapting this method of voice cloning. They record their voice just once, then subsequent production, they just feed the script to the artificial intelligence, and it will read the script in your voice that you've already recorded. So the era of sitting behind camera or microphone or every time reading content is gone. Not that it's going, it's gone forever, because you can just do one input and many outputs now by voice cloning. Then automated news generation. This is a new way to content creation. Just a few prompts, a few queries to the search box can write to many pages of articles. Then television, we have virtual presenter and avatar. We have automated video editing. Then print, also automated generation content, content generation and image recognition. So these are important aspects. These are important ways in which artificial intelligence are working wonders in the media world. So what are the impacts? Let me just summarize this before we go into our presentation. I will say it again: if you are not prepared, AI is coming for your job. That is not a joke. It's a reality, because it's here already. If you are not prepared, that means if you don't evolve, AI is coming for your job. It's practically coming for you. Why? Tax automation. That is the primary purpose of artificial intelligence. Tax automation. It automates your work for you. So what you are supposed to be doing repeatedly, you can just one input, many outputs. Cross-platform content optimization. Like I said before, content recommendation, target advertising. This one is not new, but it's coming in a new way. We have something called retargeting in the social media campaign world, in that one ad can actually hunt you on every platform you go. So say, for example, you saw an advert on Facebook, and then you go on Google, you open a page, then the advert is there again waiting for you. That is retargeting. Now, target advertising is AI measuring your input data. That is the way you use the internet. They have details. For example, we are online now. We are on Google Meet. Google has record of this meeting going on. They have record of how Madam Adebisi come on, the timestamp she was on, myself and every other person, what we are doing. So they can use that, create a model, then find a suitable advert for that model such that everywhere we go, they have our email addresses, they have our signature, that's what we call it. They have our signature. So they hunt us without adverts. It's here already. Personalized content delivery also falls into that category. The real-time analysis, sentiment analysis, content performance metrics, and virtual assistants. These are ways artificial intelligence is impacting the media world. Now, we just concluded election. We have some powerhouse in media world that did some experiments with this. They measured the sentiments or the temperature. That's what they call it, temperature measurement of people online. So the disputes or the politics between Peter Obi and Tinubu, for example, they collected people's comments on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. They created a model to say, okay, who is likely to win this election? Yes, they did it based on people's opinion. That is sentiment analysis. What can I give my people? So you can bring it down home for a podcast presenter or a writer who has a blog. You can do sentiment analysis on your blog. How do people react to this particular post? What is the temperature of this post? That is you measuring your people's opinion. AI can do that for you on the go. As you post, as you are bringing in their comments, it's giving you the analysis already. So these are ways artificial intelligence is impacting the media world. So for radio broadcasting, how do we use artificial intelligence? How do we adopt it? First, speech-to-text transcription. This one is a game changer and is already a big wave already. Enables automatic transcription of spoken content, facilitating content indexing, search, and accessibility. And the power engines in this aspect are Google and Amazon. Google has cloud speech-to-text API that you can even adopt to your website or your application, but it's not free. So they pay subscription for that. But it's a game changer. If anybody can experiment with it, I will highly recommend it. Then Amazon does the same thing. Watson, that is for Amazon. But we have Yoruba call something Ata Okere Atadun. I don't know, Madam Adebisi is the other here. She can do more, she can explain more. Turbo script is like a catalyst in this speech transcription method, in the sense that what Google Cloud and Watson gives for higher price, you can do it almost for free on Turbo script. It's fully automated. We are going to present that now shortly. The next for radio is automated news generation. We have artificial intelligence program now that scans the internet for news, scans social media for latest posts, then create news for it. So we used to abuse some media houses in Nigeria here that we expect some kind of level of professionalism when they are writing their headlines. Though we know it's clickbait, so they give you a confusing headline. When you click, it's something else entirely. A product like Heliograph or Wordsmith will do the magic within a very short time. That will write complete professional news, edited it, automated. All you just need to do is scan through, but there are ethical issues that we have to pay attention to. AI is coming, we are adopting, we are evolving, does not excuse our own professional intuition. We are all trained professionals. We must not forget that. We are just adopting artificial intelligence to make our work faster, not to replace us, not to replace our creative prowess. Someone says he's not worried about AI because there's limitations to what it can do. Yes, there are limitations to what artificial intelligence can do. But the only limitation, the strongest limitation artificial intelligence can do is the limitation of human. What human cannot do, artificial intelligence cannot do it. So I hope I'm clear. But that does not mean we should just relax and say, yeah, you can do everything. It's not good. Then voice cloning and synthesis allow for creation of synthetic voices for personalized radio content or advertisement. Let's say we want to do jingle for a product. You are a voiceover professional. You can just feed in your voice, save it, so you more or less created an avatar of you. So subsequent jingle, you just need to just upload the script. Artificial intelligence will pick your voice, then read it as if you are the one reading it anew. So these are where we should pay attention to. These are the strongholds that artificial intelligence is coming for when it comes to radio broadcasting. So introducing turbo scripts. Let's do a bit of practical here. It's going to be short. So let me prepare myself. All right. Can we see my screen?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the platform I'm talking about, TurboScript. It's for transcription majorly, but it does more than transcribing your audio. It can translate for you. You can even interact with artificial chatbots that will clean it up for you, give you more suggestions. So let's just, we can explore it on our own so that we don't waste much time. But these are just the important part of it. Is 99.8% accurate. That is a very strong thing. Then it supports 98 plus languages. The speaker recognition is there and some other amazing features. So let's just go in straight. I have an account, so let me just log on. All right. So this is my own project, but let me delete so that we'll start again from the process. So once you are into the platform, this is what you will see. This is the default page. This is the dashboard. So let's upload a file to transcribe. Coming on, looking for. All right, I've seen it. So you select the file, then you upload. Now my file is uploading. Then we have the audio language, which is English. Then the transcription mode. So I'm going to choose the most accurate by default. Then we won't go much into details here because we are just experimenting. So let's transcribe. So while it's wrong, let's just continue so that we don't delay ourselves. Let's go to the next one. Which is the effects of artificial intelligence on TV broadcasting. What do we use it for? How can we implement it? Can we see my slide now?
Yes.
All right. So we have video analysis and recognition. We have virtual presenter and avatar. We have automated video editing. There is a product call this script is a massive work because you can even generate scripts automatically with the product. Just feed in what you want, it will write the script for you. But there are ethical issues that we have to pay attention to. You know what you want to present, you know your level of expertise. AI does not know that. So it's going to give you what it feels, but you have to work with it and bring out what you want. Secondly, you can upload your script, then ask the artificial intelligence to analyze and clean it up for you, or give you a modified version of it to see, okay, which one is better, mine or AI's version. So those are what we can do on that. Let me see my file. Okay, let's go back to our platform.
Yes.
All right. So this is the file I uploaded, and then the status says transcript complete. So what do we do with it? Let's open it and see what we have. Now, one major or one funny thing about this platform is the simplicity of the interface. We don't see much of tools here, but they are there. So you can play your voice, your transcription.
I want to start off by saying that I know I have an accent.
Can we hear
Please
the
don't
audio?
assume
Is the
it's
audio playing
Russian.
from your end?
More and more people are complaining about the Go transcript test,
It's playing.
about our rules, about the
Yes.
low acceptance rate, and to be honest,
good.
I've pretty much had it with all this whining. First of all, the tests we've had so far were easy. All you
All right. So this is the transcription of the file we uploaded. No, I'm on a free version, so I have just 3 transcription per day, but that's enough for me to have this presentation. So I have my transcription. What do I have to do? What do I want to do? More, you can export it in PDF, in Word, or in text, whatever version you want, or as a subtitled file to feed into your video. So let's say you want your video to play you want to mine this transcription for a video production. Let me use that analogy. And you want the video production to be subtitled, so you can export this file as a subtitled format, then upload it to your video, and it will work. But one major thing, please, there's a background voice that is distracting me.
Hello, please, let's all mute our mics. Thank you. I am JYC. Please mute your mic. Thank you.
I've muted him. But there's more to it. You can translate your transcription into many languages, and you can chat with ChatGPT to do whatever you want to do on it. But we won't go into details now. These are just a brief example of how we can automate our transcription. It doesn't look much, but imagine you have 1 hour plus of file that you want to transcribe, and within a few minutes, this guy is done, and it gives you different formats where you can export the file to. So this is a major push for transcribing. Is a major push because if you go into details of this platform, as simple as the interface is, there are a lot of embedded tools there that we can use to our own advantage, fully automated. So let's go to our slide again. Sorry, I'm doing this manually. Is the technicality of the tool we are using. So we've discussed for TV broadcasting, and I want to experiment with us one major part, that is voice cloning. Let's see how we can clone our voice so that we can automate it and use it subsequently for another project. This brings us to another platform entirely called Descript. You see, I wrote all in one AI tool for radio and video production because it is true. You can have your podcast fully recorded, edited, and produced on this platform. You can have your audio, your video production on the platform as well. It's still a growing platform, but so far it has created a whole game-changing impression on many podcast producers and the likes. So let's go to this crate and see what it's all about. So first, let me introduce you to. So can we see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So this is the interface, and this is the power engine. See, they wrote this and they meant it. There is a new way to make videos and podcasts a good way, and it's true. It is indeed a good way. But we won't go into details because it's a very big project. It's a massive work. But one of the major tools there is the voice cloning, which we are going to experiment now. So let me just log on and then we go on with it. Okay, let me show you my dashboard instead. All right, this is the free version because it's not the full package is not free, but it gives some tools out for free that we can work with. One of which is the voice cloning. So can we see my interface?
Yes, yes.
All right. So it's a very busy interface compared to the one we just uh, worked with, but it's useful. So without wasting much time on describing or analyzing what the interface is all about, this is a script I just generated with it while I was preparing for this presentation some minutes before we started. So I have my voice, which I named Follow, but let's create a new one. So we have, can you see the screen? Is it clear there so that because some texts are not so bold here, if you can see, let me know. So let's create a new speaker. Then choose a name. Let's say ADBC. I'm sorry, Mao. You're my so create speaker ADBC. So I want to train ADBC's voice now. I want to train AI. I've created an image of ADBC and I want to input a voice to it. The voice will be my voice or the voice that I will use in any of my production. So this is what I will do. I will read what is on this pop-up. I'll record it, read it. The AI will train itself with it. So let me just go ahead and do that. You press record. I want this script to create an artificial version of my voice that I can use to create speech that sounds like me. I'm training my voice by reading the following statements. Imagine a big blue ball spinning in space. That's our heart. On it, there are tall mountains, deep oceans, and huge forests with animals. In cities, people talk, play, and work. We all have different voices. Some people speak softly, while others are loud. Every day, we tell stories, ask questions, and share jokes. So, I'm true. Then I submit. Now, the artificial intelligence is analyzing the voice I just did, is authorizing the speaker. So it's training itself in the voice I just supplied so that it will read my script with the voice I just provided. So it will be like me reading the script. All right, I'm through. We have ADBC now. So let me play this script and see what it will give me. Are you gibber of ordinary drinks?
that leave you feeling less than heroic.
Can we hear the audio?
Goodbye to
It's a
bland
bit
beverages
low.
and gibber the power
But
packed
can we hear it?
goodness of Titan.
Is a little low, kind of.
Yes, it's from the platform. They did it such a way that you have limited option in the free version. Is a marketing way of saying, okay, buy. You see, you just posted it, upgrade. Let me play it again to see. In this version, they removed the volume
Are you
button, so
gibber
we can't
ordinary drinks that leave you
increase
feeling
the
less
volume.
than heroic?
But
Say
you could
goodbye
hear
to
something
bland
playing,
beverages
right?
and gibber the power packed goodness of
All right. Thank you.
with
So
Titan.
this is
Every sip
me
is
just
travel to flavor
automated
paradise.
my voice.
Picture this, a blend of exotic fruits dancing on your taste buds, leaving you jabber and revitalized. It's the secret weapon every champion gibber. But wait, jabber more. Titan gibber just a drink. It's an experience. Imagine the joy of sharing a gibber with friends, laughing and bonding over the deliciousness that unites us all. So, what are you jabber for? Join the Titan gibber today and raise your glass to greatness. Remember, when life gives you lemons, trade them for a gibber.
All right. So this is one of the amazing way. The production is low because we are on free version. They did it on purpose. That's their home business model. So if you want a high end audio production, you pay. But I feel we have the idea of what is coming. So as a presenter or as someone who is trying to upgrade himself or herself in audio production, in script production and the likes, this is a tool that can automate or that automates your work for you. So I have two names now. I have two voices rather. One for Faloye, one for Adebisi. This platform can you can do a short drama with two voices, right? So one voice will read a part of the script, the other voice will read the other part of the script. So let's go to the third one. Let me just let me go back to my slide. We are running behind schedule. So for print, what do we have? We have content generation, we have image recognition and personalized content delivery. If you are into blog, I have less than 10 minutes, so let me rush. If you are into blog production or if you are a writer or content creator, AI is coming to pick your brain. Let me use that word because I won't say it's coming to take your job. Writers have a very serious and a rebellious mind. Let me use that word. They don't give up. So if they are in their own uncomfortable realm, they still write. That's one thing I can give to write. I'm a writer, so I'm selling myself. But let's see how I can automate or generate content. And this is important. Everybody say cheese. I want to take our picture. Done. Sorry for that. I just need to do that so that we have something to.
You
Mr.
can
Daniel,
you can decide
I can see
you
you.
can put on your camera if you wish.
Okay, let's do it again. Mr. Daniel, I see your hand. We'll take questions shortly. All right, say cheese. Okay, thank you. So let me introduce a platform that is a powerhouse when it comes to content generation. We have so many. For example, we have Copy AI, we have writers, we have a lot. And people use ChatGPT also to write blog posts. But there are products dedicated for some particular aspects. ChatGPT is a general purpose tool, but copy AI is for you to write copies of almost any product or anything you want to promotional copies and the like. But Write Sonic is dedicated for blogging, for feature writings and the like. So let me present that to us. Give me some minutes. Let me share my screen. All right, this is the interface. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So I'm introducing Write Sonic to us, and this is a powerhouse. Now I'm on free version, but they give me you're limited for a limited time. So I think I have all the tools here. So let me generate an article so that you see the wonders I'm explaining. I wrote 2 features. I told him to write 2 features for me last week, and I'm amazed what I got. So choose a topic. Let's say, okay, importance of drinking water. That's the topic I want to write on. My location, that is, it dictates where I am. So let's just pick it. Let's leave it that way so that we don't waste our time. Then you have superior quality, you have good quality. Let me use good quality. I've exhausted my free version. So let me please indulge me to log out and log into another account that will give me what or let's choose another one. Let's not, I think this one does the same thing, but it should be for free for me. So this is what I wanted to write. So let me see what it's going to bring out for me. Works like ChatGPT, right? Can we all see what I'm saying? What I'm doing? Can you see my screen, rather? All right.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the one I think I work with, but the one I wish to present. Let me log out so that I will give a detailed step of it. It's so massive. We can start bringing our questions in the chat box so that we don't waste much time on this. So if you have questions, please submit questions.
Or we can maybe raise those that have raised their hands, maybe they can just unmute and quickly ask the question.
Okay, Daniel, ask your question. Daniel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, thank you for the privilege. Well, my question is, with this AI, would there be authenticity in the maybe the scripts or whatever it is used for, the authenticity? Because one thing I discover is that many of these writings, if another person should go and ask the AI to do the same thing, there is probability that it will bring out the same the same thing. So what is the authenticity of whatever the assignment you are giving AI to do?
Well, okay, yes. Adebowale just summarized it. Plagiarism, that's another thing. But the authenticity you're talking about, AI will not repeat this. Every prompt you give to him is going to give you a new, or let me say, present the same thing in different ways to you. So if you prompt my question now, what is the importance of drinking water? It will give you a slightly different result from mine. This is where the ethical issue comes in. You don't just use everything AI supplies, hook, line, and sinker. No. The essence is to automate or make it faster. You have a broader overview. You want to write the features. You have your outline already. Your introduction, the major points you want to talk on, then how you want each point, whatever achievement you want to emphasize on each of the points. You already have like a sketch of your plan with you. So AI will just give you what it feels, depending on how it was. I mean, it's been programmed to run, and your level of expertise in prompt engineering. So those are what pays. I mean, those are what creates these similarities, or what we can say, bringing the same content to everybody. So the way you ask questions is quite different from the way I will ask questions. So it's similar that way. If I ask you what is your name, you tell me your name. Well, I can say, what are you called? It's two different questions. I'm called this. It depends on how you understand what are you called and how you understand what is your name. But whatever content you have from artificial intelligence or from any product of artificial intelligence, you don't just fly with it. Plagiarism is important. And also, those who are designing these products are also designing how to catch the thief. So we have other products that their major work, the artificial intelligence product also, is to check if a particular article was written by human or AI. So you can't run away, you can't escape it. We have undetectable. Those are other ways of you can say, okay, I generated the content by ChatGPT. Let me pretend as if it's me. You can feed it to the platform. It will tell you, okay, this is where you got your content from. Let me write it for you. It's actually artificial intelligence writing the product of artificial intelligence. But there are other products that will not write for you, but will tell you up front, this is not your original work. So please, whatever we have from artificial intelligence is not automatic. It's not something you can fly with. Your editing prowess is needed. And because
Can
you know what you
I
want.
jump in here? Can
All
I
right,
just
ma'am.
jump into to just so I'm writing an outline, and like a
Okay.
course outline, a course rather. So I did my own work, and I decided to like go to chat GPT and typed in the topic I'm writing about, that
Yes.
developing a course on, and it gave me a reeled a lot of subtopics that I could do from beginning to the end. And then there was even one question I asked that it wrote everything. So I think recently, a few days ago, I was trying to check my own outline for the course and what Chat GPT gave me. So I discovered that my own outline, there was originality, but there were very useful insights from the subtopics that I'm planning to like adapt into what I have. So why I'm saying this is that AI should not take away your creativity or your skills. So maybe you might want to do your own outline first, and then you also, augment it with AI. Let AI give you brilliant ideas that you might have missed out. Or if you decide to go the way of AI and it gives you the subtopics, or depending on whatever you do, I think it's important you sit down again and ensure that your voice, your style of writing, your voice shows, because there are some things as a professional that is not in AI. There are some of your experience that is not, in fact, many that is not in
Of
AI.
course.
So infuse that your experience, infuse that your knowledge, infuse your own expertise, But AI will give you maybe the starting point, the ideas, maybe the bigger picture of what you are not really looking at. So it's not to make us lazy. It is to, augment and support our work and, give us a broader perspective. But your experience should also, show, reflect in your work. I hope that helps.
Yes.
So maybe
does,
we just go on with the questions here. Maybe take a few more questions because of our time, and then maybe we tell our everyone what we can do to as a follow on to this webinar. So let's just roll with the question. Yeah.
Mr. Peter.
Yeah, thank you very much. Can you all hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you. I have a comment, actually, not a question, and I would like to take it off from the last speaker and responding to the question. You see, AI has come to stay, like the speaker has said, Mr. Shugo. And whether we like it or not, it will keep improving. Will AI take job? Yes. But more importantly, those that learn AI to use AI will actually take those jobs, not directly AI. But I would also like to point out again that, for instance, an AI was recently released. It's called Devin, and it's called software engineer. It's so powerful that it's even threatening software engineers. So I wrote on my timeline one day and I said, if AI is threatening software engineers, please remind me your job. Yeah. So, but you see, we are in the era of generative AI. By the way, I am into web development for over a decade, and I am a computer scientist, a data scientist, and a data analyst. And one of the projects
you will pay for that advertisement.
No. I'm sure.
Just
all right.
go,
so
go
one
on.
of the projects I wrote not so long ago is actually how to use something like data science projects to more like a chatbot, something like that. So it's just more on a surface, but a lot of companies are doing something bigger. So to cut my comment short is that we can't stand aloof. Whichever discipline we find ourselves, it has come to stay. What we need to do is how we can take advantage of it through capacity development. All right. Even if we are not computer scientists, we cannot develop some of these things. We can learn how to use them. Mr. Sugar has just shown us a couple of tools, and we have a lot. We have a lot. I mean, a lot of softwares who are embedding AI into their tools. So we cannot say that as a media expert, we just want to stay stuck into what we were taught in our higher institutions or so. We should try to move with trend, especially as we have AI, because whether we like it or not, those that learn these AI things will keep taking people's jobs. Just so I don't hog the whole conversation. Let me pause it. Thank you.
Thank you for your contribution to this. So I think
let me just make
because of our time, I think we should try and see how we can wrap this up in 5 minutes, because again, we want to keep to time. And I think this conversation will definitely have to go beyond this webinar. So Shugo, please just see how we can wrap up, and then we'll take it forward. Thank you.
All right. So wrapping up, these are my recommendations. You need to learn some skills. These are not all the skills, but these are what I recommend. I feel strongly that data analysis is for everybody, not for a selected few anymore. Because you are going to encounter products that will require some basic knowledge, at least basic knowledge in data analysis for you to use those products. And if you don't have them, you won't be able to use them. So I recommend data analysis. Generative AI, I recommend that. Natural language processing also. Search engine optimization. There is one that I didn't have here. I was skeptical, but let me just mention it. Prompt engineering is highly needed. Prompt engineering is a very good skill that you can add to your own skill set. Prompt engineering. See, it gives you a professional way of asking ChatGPT or any other artificial intelligence product how to prompt them to do what you want. It's one thing to know how to use it too. It's another thing to know how to command it. So prompt engineering will help us in that. There's some AI tools like the ones I just presented to us. So these are the future developments in AI, content aware generation, multimodal content processing, natural language understanding improvements. Then let's just wrap up with this. The ethical concerns, bias and fairness. We have to do that. We have to make sure we are fair in our work. Don't think you can use artificial intelligence to generate some content and run away with it and claim the brain work. No, we have to be fair. You can't steal people's work and just own it as if it's yours. Data privacy and then misinformation and deepfake. Let me just say a bit. There are some games on Facebook now that you play such that it generates like a model of you. I don't know if you have seen that. It's your face, but a more optimized version of your face. I've been seeing those games flying around. The problem of this game is you are giving artificial intelligence and those whoever behind it the authority to create several models of you that they can use anyhow they deem fit without you having any say about it. So you are giving them the authority to create a model of yourself that they can mine, use as they want for whatever intention they want, and you don't have any say. So I want to sound this as a plea and as a warning. Let's be careful in our interaction with some artificial intelligence products. And this is in the realm of deepfake. And it's a fake, I don't know what to call it. Why will you give your original photo to artificial intelligence and to just create maybe 5 or 6 versions of you in a very obscure environment that you've not ever been to physically? These models, you have the copies, but they have other copies, and they can train artificial intelligence to create more models from one single picture upload you did. So please, let's pay attention to that. It's fun, is as we call it, it gives vibes, but it's very dangerous because when we see the results, which is coming, we won't like it, and we can't claim any legal issue on it. So let me stop here, and if there are more questions, we welcome it. Then I'm handing over to Madam Adebisi now. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause to our guest speaker, Mr. Balui. Thank you so much. I don't think we can exhaust. There's no way in this particular webinar to say about AI and our work. So everything good that has its advantage also has its the other side. So for me, I was penning that because I'm also here to learn. One input, many outputs. That's the word for AI. You put in one thing and it gives you many outputs. It helps your work to be faster. When you can scan social media for news and write a news article. I think one of the I don't know whether it's described that helps that. Identify your them. Identify the one that will enhance and make your work, your job, that your profession will use, that you can use in your profession to stand out. When jobs are being taken, you'll be relevant. We don't know the future that we have of the media space is evolving. It's scary. I discovered that recently. Every time I'm on social media, I'm seeing people who are not even trained in the profession doing fantastic things in this industry. People are doing videos, people are doing also, they're like wondering, even these people who no go school, we say we went to school, we don't know half of what they know. So let's evolve with this and learn what to be useful for our profession our trade so that we would be relevant. I'm also speaking to myself. I'm looking at things. Short drama, I love drama. So articles, then prompt engineering, I think you should take that away. What is prompt engineering? You might want to go and check it out if it will be useful for your career. I think just take the next slide so that we can just wrap up and tell you what the next steps really. Yeah. So because we know that AI is absolutely, you know, it's like you just touched the cover. We didn't really go deep. There's so much. So we are looking at how we you will agree with me that if you pay for this, this is insightful. This is something that is adding to us that people pay for to get it. So while we're planning, we're thinking that okay, maybe some people may want to actually, we couldn't do the really practice part of what we are learning. Some of the things that Mr. Shogo has mentioned, we want to learn it and know more. So we are thinking of doing like a 3 class based on what he has taught us: automated transcription, to really have a deep dive into it and learn it, hands-on practice; voice automation to practice it; automated content generation, news reports. Some of these things that we talked about, how do we actually practice them? I am interested. So I have spoken with Mr. Shogo and said, okay, why don't we do a 3 class and do the best we can? Again, this is just to support ourselves. And we said that it will come with a little fee, because for this thing that we are doing, we record it and we share it with you. We pay. As you see me, I subscribe for Google, for Google Meet to be able to record this. I also try to give a little token to the people that come to speak out of my pocket. So this one, because we are bringing is an expert, I just feel that what we pay for sometimes we take it more seriously. So for Mr. Shogo to be able to do a deep dive to some of the things we've talked about today, if you are interested, we are looking at organizing a class 1st to 3rd of May. If you decide that it's just one of it, maybe the audio automated content generation, voice automation that you want, or just automated transcript, you can pay a 15,000 naira. If you decide that you want the 3 classes, it's just for a token of 30,000 naira. I know when it comes to money, we all like free things. I pay for courses, so as you are seeing me, before I used to run. I say, what? Let's look for the free version. Now I know that there are deeper things. I just finished a course on Sunday. If you follow me on about the course, financial course, has nothing to do with media. I'm learning to manage my finance, make money and all of that. I paid 50,000 naira to just do that course. And there are some other courses that I've even paid like 300K and all of that. Why am I doing it? Not because I have the money, but if you want to make a difference, if you want to remain relevant, if you want people to hire you and give you more opportunities, you have to be bringing the bigger value to the table. And that bigger value will not come from free content. Of course, free content too. Start with free content. Learn, but then again, let's add value to ourselves. I'm just saying this. So you say, they want to make money. Yes, because we are also spending money to do this for us so that we can all learn. So I don't want to talk too much because our time is fast spent. If you are interested, please drop your email, your details in the chat box, your number. Join the we have a WhatsApp group. I dropped the link. Join the WhatsApp group using the link. We put up information about new job opportunities in the media industry. Whatever it is that we see, maybe fellowship, we just drop it there so that we can all grow together. That's the whole idea of this, to help ourselves to be better and expand in our field of endeavor. So, well, this is just us saying thank you so much for coming, for really creating the time. I hope this has been helpful. We love your feedback. Give us your feedback. What do you like about this? What do you think can be better? We love it can just be a sentence. You can drop it before you go. What's your feedback about it? What can be better? Maybe some other topics you also want us to bring guests to come and talk about. You can drop it.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, you have 30 seconds.
I can't even hear myself. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you. 30 seconds. I hear you.
Okay, so I just want to say that this has been an enlightening course, although my internet went on and off. So I would like to see if it's possible that this is maybe published on YouTube so that I can access it one more time and follow through. A
Yes.
lot of my friends, my good friend, Mr. Kofi Obari, is here. A couple of other friends were here. Some were late, so I should be able to also help to say, if you are late, go and check it up on YouTube.
Thank you so much. So
that
we
will
are
be helpful.
recording this. Thank you so much.
What else? Of course, I'm going to join the class because obviously I can see that AI is threatening my livelihood. And
as a
seems to be
journalist,
the one who wants to collect all the money. He has been preparing for this AI thing for the past 5 years. So we are here to learn, and I agree with you about courses. I just did a 200,000 naira course about a month ago, and I had to drink Gary, but I knew that once I did that course, and
they'll be looking for you.
It's a leverage that it's a leverage that cannot be quantified, and yeah. So I'm also now a disciple of paying for classes.
Thank you.
Pay for the class, meet the people, engage the people, serious-minded people, and then learn deeply. And I'm sure that by the time you pay, you can easily call Mr. Shogo and say, this AI thing, what are we doing here? Can you give further advice here? You should be able to give.
Okay, so thank you so much, Mr. Femi.
That's what I want to say.
Thank you for your contribution. So, and then if you are interested in joining this the extra class where it's hands-on with just the little token, where Mr. Shogo will teach all of us, because me too, I'm learning. I'm here to learn. You just show your interest, and well, we grow together. That is my mantra. Let's learn together. Let's grow together. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a good afternoon. Remember to drop your email, your number if you want to reach out to us. If you want to join the Media Talks WhatsApp group, please join us. A lot is going on there. So thank you for your time, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a good afternoon.